Hello, brothers and sisters. I hope all is well. Hope you're having a fabulous day. High five. Loving on yourself. Waking up grateful. You know, all the good things. I just came back from a walk. I took the 3 dogs out for a walk. Checked them out. I wore them out. That's the main thing. That's what I'll be doing every day after work. Just to get the stink off of them, you know. We're going to do our... dinging. So if you have earbuds in, just be mindful. It's going to have 3 loud dings. Get the negative out, bring the positive in. Get the negative out, bring the positive in. Give some to you. Take that vibration. Feeling better today. Still a little off though, because I can feel it. But that walk definitely helped. I was chit-chatting with somebody on the path. We're going to get to our Power Thought cards. So I'm going to do these for the next little while, and then I'm going to figure out what cards I want to use for, and it's going to be a longer video for the once a week. And then maybe I'll do short ones on my Instagram or Facebook or something. I'm trying to ask Spirit, what am I to do next? So enjoy. I see clearly. Oh, thank you, universe. You see how that goes, right? Or maybe that's just for me. I willingly forgive. That's a challenge, but I know you got it in there. I breathe love into my vision, and I see with compassion and understanding. My clear insight is reflected in my outer sight. And that's the key, is you're clear. You got to be clear on the inside in order to see the things that are going on the outside clearly, right? Because the stuff that's going on the outside, if you start taking that on and taking that in, what's going to happen is your whole world is going to be chaotic, and you don't want that. All right, you raised your vibrations. We're doing soul lessons and soul purpose. Let's see what we got here. Thanks for the comments, guys. You made me feel good today when I was reading them. I'm glad you understand that I'm going to have to... It's a lot for me to do it every day, and when I'm on the go and doing things and stuff like that. And I mean, I love doing it. Don't get me wrong. Be decisive. Yes, be decisive. So don't get me wrong, like, you know, I do love doing this, and I'm here to serve people and to give guidance if I can, and just spread the love. That's exactly what I'm here for. And but sometimes we have to fill our own cup, right, in order for us to be able to give. So excuse me taking the time to do this sometimes would be better for me to just do a longer video and do like a week kind of a vision on how to go a week. And I will do more cards, not just the 4 cards, because I have tons of decks that I can utilize from. So don't worry, it will be good. Anything we do in life is going to be good, right? That's what you need to tell yourself. So that's number 19. Be decisive. Let's see what that means. Well, I'm sure you know what it means. If you don't want to do something, don't do it, right? Pretty much. Are you second guessing your decisions? Are you reflecting on choices made in the past, wondering why in the world you made them? Are you being wishy-washy rather than acting decisively? Are you going in circles? Sometimes we tend to go in circles. Your soul's purpose right now is to make determinations that are aligned with your priorities and then stick to them. Your higher self is asking you to choose the kind of life you want. So choose it, right? We have a choice every day, and we don't have to go along with the norm. We do not have to do that. Live by you. Live by your spirit. Your soul's lessons. Take up the tools of discernment to help you make decisions. Start by narrowing your options. What's important to you today? And remember, live present moment. We talked about that yesterday. Keep it simple and direct. Next, examine how you spend your time and eliminate what doesn't serve your immediate goals. Ooh, that's so true, right? You're doing things in your life and you're having people around you in your life that doesn't serve you at all. Don't satisfy everyone else's demand first. Resist the fire of disapproval and stay true to your priorities. You may be unpopular, but you'll gain respect, especially your own. And that's the important one, is to respect your own self, right? Your divine helpers will be on hand to support you. However, if you refuse to commit to your priorities, ignoring everything else, you'll have no power and will continue to be overrun by the world. The ball is in your court. Absolutely it is. So don't be overrun by what's going on the outer. Absolutely not. Because that'll take you down. I don't know why I'm like this. So maybe it's from the walk. Who knows? Okay, which ones are we doing next? We are doing the Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's see what they have to say. What do you have for the collective? What do you have for the person watching this video? I'm a bit warm now. That was a nice walk. It was muddy though, because when things melt, it gets muddy, right? Mending. Oh, you need to mend some relationships. How about mending the relationship with yourself? That one is a challenge, isn't it? Have you looked yourself in the mirror? Talk to yourself. Good things? You should start doing that. That is 52. Oh, I think it's the very last card. Yeah, it's the very last card. Well, in the book anyway. Essential meanings: forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. The Oracle's message: each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. That could be the guilt, right? This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal: the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over again. And we tend to do that when we are feeling bad or guilty about something. We tend to, or if we have an argument with somebody, we tend to mull it over in our head, like over and over, like an echo in our brain. And that doesn't help you at all. What you need to do is either write it out or maybe vent to somebody, and then kind of release that bit, and then you can think clearly, right? The first card, think clearly. So you need to do certain things in order for you to get there. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. And now that kind of coincides with what's going on in the world, right? In the last 5 years, we've had families ripped apart. We've had friends ripped apart and relationships destroyed, all because somebody thought one way and somebody thought the other way, and you just couldn't agree to disagree, kind of thing. And we have to get past that now. It is time for us to get past that and come together as a society and unite and build the world that we need to leave for our children, our grandchildren, and the children we haven't even met yet. That's what we need to do, is come together with love and understanding, and truly understand that we are all very unique and different. Relationship message: you've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you're to move forward. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of the hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to be clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. Remember yesterday I was telling you, open your heart. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and honest redress. So the thing with the whole forgiveness thing, you know, we can forgive, absolutely. You need to get to that point. We'll never forget. Like, we can never forget things, right? That's just embedded in our memory now, and that's just the way it is. But if you forgive yourself and you forgive the other person, and you don't even have to really tell the other person, write it out, do, like I say, vent to somebody, do those things in order for you to get over that hurt, the initial hurt, right? Because that's all part of it. That's where it starts, is the hurt. And that's why, you know, you hold grudges, or you send out negative things towards the person, and, you know, all kinds of different negative feelings towards it all. But you need to get past that in order to raise your vibration again, because that stuff will hold you back in here. And we're not about that, are we? No, no, we need to learn to be able to forgive one another. Doesn't matter our differences, you know. Prosperity message. Everyone makes mistakes, especially when you want something very badly. You may come to realize that in chasing after a petty, shiny thing, you've lost sight of the long-term, sustainable prosperity. Sometimes you make choices that look good at first, but ultimately lead to loss or failure. It's time to forgive yourself and others, just like we were just saying. Don't blame anybody else, and you should never blame anybody else, because it's not anybody else but yourself that brings these things to you, right? The journey to true abundance can be bumpy. Ain't that the truth? There are challenges in our life, isn't it? Make amends to anyone you may have hurt along the way, especially yourself. Forgive those who may have taken advantage of you. Let go and learn from this. You are now that much closer to achieving the kind of prosperity that really fulfills you. Nothing is ever lost or wasted when you view it from this perspective. Yeah, it's a mindset. It totally is a mindset. Don't let this control your hearts. Like you got two hearts in there. But don't let your mind control your heart. Let your heart control, right? Lead with love. We need to lead with love in our lives. Protection message. Heartbreak is a strange healer of souls. Our grief strips away our mask and loosens our tight hold on the separateness. When we view ourselves as I and the world as it, loss allows us to see ourselves as part of a larger scheme, opening us up to sympathy, empathy, and dependence on others in the moment when we can't hold ourselves together. And that's where we need each other, right? We need to be lifting each other up. When somebody is falling down, you need to go in there and help lift them up. And if you need to be lifted up, you need to find people that are going to help you do that as well. And it leads us to become one of the greater whole again. Pain and suffering is part of life, and none of us will be immune to it. Can you view this loss, this pain, this dissonance, and as a way back to source? Let your sorrow break your heart wide open. You will never be left behind. You are loved now more than ever by Spirit, who does not want you to feel alone. One day you'll look back and know this is true. Absolutely you will. Sometimes when we reflect on the things that happened in the past and we wonder, oh, how did we get through that? But what you need, and instead of taking the negative part of that, what you need to do is actually take how you've overcome that and reflect on the good memories on who was there to help you get over that, right? Because there's always somebody to help you get over that. And if it's not anybody in particular, be mindful that it is yourself and your spirit guiding you to what you need to do next. So bring those memories, the good memories. Leave all the bad ones behind. But the good memories, let them make you smile. That was a lovely card, sure. All right. We got the empath empowerment. Let's see what they have to say. What do you have for us? Release shame. Well, if you've been shamed for being sensitive or anything else, tell yourself, I'm ready to release this shame. I'm a lovable and caring person. Absolutely. So be decisive in what you do. And you know what? And you're allowed to change your mind. If you decide to do something, you're allowed to change your mind. And don't feel bad about it because you're doing what suits you, right? And once you get all that done and mending those relationships in your life, especially the one with yourself, because you hurt yourself the most. And you got to release that shame. You know, we've done things in our life that we feel shame. Meanwhile, it doesn't affect anybody else, right? So you're just being hard on yourself. And once you get all those things and start forgiving yourself and loving on yourself and being kind to yourself, I'm telling you, you'll see the light clearly. You definitely will. And I hope you do. And I hope you get the guidance that you need. I'm going to send you some light, send you some love. Don't worry, you got this. You are perfect where you are. And you're very magical. And understand that you are unique. And be proud. Be proud of who you are. Because you've gotten this far. Look at you go. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. I wholeheartedly thank you. And I'm so grateful and I'm very blessed. Thanks for the comments. You guys made my day today. Helped lift up my spirits. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, comment. And we'll be talking to you soon. Sending you love and light. Bye for now.